Throughout military history, communications and information have been critical to operational success. And for over 60 years, officer, enlisted, and civilian airmen have provided the communications, information, and air traffic services that have transformed the Air Force's communication and information from supporting capabilities to the core components of its newest mission area, the cyberspace domain. Since 1999, the Air Force has inducted many innovative pioneers into the Cyberspace Operations and Support Hall of Fame. Now, the Air Force inducts 4 more pioneers into the Hall of Fame, recognizing their significant and long-lasting contributions to Air Force communications and information. For 35 years, Mr. Rob Thomas made major contributions in technology to 3 federal departments. In the Air Force, he spearheaded the transformation of warfighter integration capabilities in the communications and cyber domains. At FEMA, he led several high-impact programs to fruition. For the Department of Veterans Affairs, he implemented agile software development and championed the digital health platform. This is the story of a true American patriot. Rob was the 3rd of 6 children growing up in Elliston, Montana, a town of 200. He attended K-8 in a 4-room schoolhouse, and his first jobs were the town's paperboy and pumping gas at his father's store. Raised in an Irish Catholic family, Rob's father wanted him to attend Notre Dame, but he chose Wayland Baptist University on a running scholarship. He later became a Baptist preacher and pastor at the Elliston Baptist Church. In 1979, he left Montana and joined the Air National Guard, a revelation for young Rob. 4 years later, he also took a civilian job with the Air Force, juggling 2 careers and running marathons. While in uniform, he ran in events for all military teams worldwide. His civilian career took him to Schriever Air Force Base in 1987, where he made an immediate impact by completing a 3-year Air Force Satellite Scheduler certification program in a record time of 13 months. Subsequently, he was selected as the Chief Technology Officer for the 22nd Space Operations Squadron and spearheaded the move of satellite scheduling and control from Onizuka Air Force Base, California to Schriever Air Force Base. Following a PCS to Randolph Air Force Base in 1989, Rob served as Chief Architect for Air Training Command's COM Division. He launched and completed the first enterprise architecture in the federal government. He also engineered and designed a fiber optic backbone across all ATC bases. The ATC Vice Commander handpicked Rob to lead the C&I efforts for the Chief of Staff's year of training. For his efforts, Rob won Civilian of the Quarter Awards, Civilian of the Year, and the ATC C4 Professionalism Award of the Year. In 1993, he transferred to Peterson Air Force Base, Colorado, as Chief Architect for Air Force Space Command and NORAD. Rob led the C4 automated architecture that encompassed all space systems. It was groundbreaking on multiple levels. Lieutenant General O'Berry directed him to brief every major command on this new architecture. During this assignment, he received his master's degree from Colorado Tech University and was promoted to GS-14. From 1998 to 2001, Rob accepted a special assignment in the U.S. Customs Service. He led the modernization and transformation architecture for the automated commercial environment, achieving the first in government Level 5 in enterprise architecture maturity from OMB and GAO. Rob was selected as a Fed 100 award winner and promoted to GS-15. In 2001, after serving for 20 years, he retired from the 192nd Fighter Wing, Virginia Air National Guard. Rob returned to the Air Force as Assistant Deputy Chief of Staff, Warfighting Integration, and began a remarkable advancement through the Senior Executive Service, from SES-1 to SES-6 within 1 year. Even 9/11 couldn't slow down his progression. Through his leadership under 4 consecutive general officers, the Officer of Warfighting Integration uniquely integrated systems, programs, and processes designed specifically to shorten the kill chain. During that period, the office was awarded the Air Force Organizational Excellence Award. In 2005, Rob also assumed the duties of Deputy Chief Information Officer. He led the Air Force Business Quadrennial Defense Review, where he shaped and championed the Air Force position with the Joint Staff and DoD. Rob defined the Air Force way forward for Global Hawk, championing the inclusion of additional sensors, and led the strategy for the wideband gap-filler satellite system. His capability-based analysis and conclusions led to assured support for U.S. forces worldwide. Because of Rob's technical knowledge, poise, and grasp of budgetary issues, Air Force leaders called upon him on several occasions to explain and justify these critical Air Force programs to members of Congress. Rob also excelled working with other services. He transformed leading-edge force development efforts, which led to his creation of the Air Force Marine Corps Exchange Program. Rob pioneered the Scope Champion Civilian Development Program, representing the second-largest Air Force career field of over 93,000 strong. Rob's program design structure soon became the Air Force standard. During this time, Rob was recognized with the Presidential Rank Award, Exceptional Civilian Award, Lifetime Achievement Award, and induction into the Enterprise Architecture Hall of Fame. After leading the Air Force Business QDR, Rob became the Executive Director of the Air Force Personnel Center at Randolph Air Force Base, Texas, to implement the results of the 2006 QDR. He reduced the active duty end strength by 40,000 airmen in less than 2 years, becoming the first military service to consolidate all bases and MAJCOM personnel at AFPC. Rob also led the DoD group on POW MIA Remembrance Day at the New York Stock Exchange closing bell. In 2012, Rob was appointed the CIO at FEMA. He led several high-impact programs to fruition, including data analytics and wireless LANs for the Joint Field Offices. Rob led FEMA into the cloud and implemented the Apple iOS environment. During Superstorm Sandy, he met with President Obama and deployed to New York and New Jersey, leading the stand-up of Joint Field Offices. Rob was then selected as the Assistant Secretary and CIO at the Department of Veterans Affairs. He was the lead witness for the VA with the 115th Congress. He brought agile software development to the VA and migrated vets.gov to the cloud. He championed the digital health platform Proof of Concept and drove key advances in veteran scheduling capabilities. After 35 years, Rob retired from federal service at the VA. Rob didn't slow down after retirement. He served as a vice president at Leidos for over 5 years. He is the founder of T2 Ridge Consulting and continues to speak at numerous events across the U.S. He was the inaugural chair of the Healthcare Council and currently serves on the Vet Sports Advisory Board. Rob also spends time traveling with his beautiful wife, the former Tony Vick. Combined, they have 8 children and 14 grandchildren. From his early days in a 4-room schoolhouse in rural Montana, Rob Thomas literally raced to the pinnacle of the Air Force Senior Executive Service. He then excelled at FEMA and Veterans Affairs. Rob left an indelible track record of remarkable achievements in 3 federal departments. Throughout his journey, Rob never lost focus on his roots or humble beginnings. Today, he continues to seek out opportunities to serve those in need. For his remarkable career of dedication and service, Mr. Rob Thomas is now being inducted into the Cyberspace Operations and Support Hall of Fame.